Hey, good evening, guys. Nice to see you again. You got Neil the Deal here on the Neil the Deal Show, talkinfight.com. Nice to see you again, guys. We had a week off. I took my March break a little early this year, and here we are. We had some technical difficulties yesterday, so we're going to be doing the boxing show here tonight on Tuesday night when we normally do it Monday night at week. So let's get right into it. Thanks a lot for all the likes, the shares, and the subscriptions. They've been coming in faster and faster and furious every week, and I really want to thank you for that. Want to thank Patrick down there at Safari Barbershops. And anytime you need a haircut down there, head down to Safari Barbershops and get yourself a cut with Patrick. Him and his team are probably the best in the country. So I definitely need a haircut. I'll tell you that. I'm trying to grow my hair longer, but maybe I'm going to give up on this concept and go back to cutting it short. So maybe I'll go down and see Patrick myself. Okay, guys. Well, again, thanks a lot. Here we are, talkinfight.com, boxing. I have been away, like I said, for a couple of weeks. So let's go back a couple of weeks, and we're going to talk about a fight that I had mentioned that you guys might want to see, and that was the Jose Carlos Ramirez versus Jose Pedroza fight. And that was on March 4th, 2022. Was a fantastic fight, guys. If you watched it, it was a very high pressure fight. I mean, Pedraza was a two-time divisional champion, and we all know that Ramirez recently lost his title to Josh Taylor, and that's his only loss on his in his career, type of thing. So Ramirez was really looking to get back into the mix and get another title shot against a guy like Josh Taylor, and I think he's going to get it. If you watch the fight, Ramirez was pressuring the whole time. He basically won almost every round. Uh, Pedraza did have a couple of nice rounds, but overall, if you check out the fight, Ramirez was the aggressor. He threw more punches. He connected with more punches, and in the end, he won it as a 12-round unanimous decision. Scorecards went like this: 116, 112 on all judges' cards, right across the board. Unanimous decision for Jose Ramirez. So moving forward in that 140-pound weight class, I'm telling you, there are so many guys, like I said, in this weight class that have a chance to hold on to the belt. The guys that have the belt have some stiff competition. And there's going to be a lot of fights coming up this year in that division with some really stellar matchups. So keep your eye on the 140 weight class division. Now, the last weekend, uh, I watched a fight that I thought was one of the best fights I had seen in quite a long time. It was toe to toe, and I thought it was great. It was Saturday, March 12th, 2020. Was Lee Wood versus Michael Conlon. Lee Wood is 25-2 with 15 KOs going into the fight, and Michael Conlon was 16-0 with 8 knockouts going into the fight, undefeated. And that was for Wood's WBA featherweight title. And I'm telling you guys, that is one of the fights that you really want to watch because it shows a lot of heart, a lot of grit. They both went at it. The whole fight was it was an amazing fight, literally. Right off the hop, it looked like Conlon came out in the first round and looked like he was on fire. He knocked the hometown boy down, Woods, in the first round, the champion, and Woods got up and was pretty much saved by the bell in the first round. Uh, After that, he basically kept pressuring Woods, left hooks, excellent counter punching. It was a war. It literally was a war, and it took Woods quite a few rounds before he started figuring out Conlon. Conlon had this overhand left that he just kept landing it at will, and Lee Woods had he had nothing. He had nothing for him. He basically he couldn't defend the punch, and Conlon was just crunching him at will, like at will. And I mean, Woods was giving it all he had, and he was slowly getting into the fight. But to me, it looked like Conlon was getting the better of him. Uh, Basically, Woods stepped it up in around the fifth round. He did. I thought he won the fifth round. The sixth round, he probably won, and the eighth round, and then in the 10th round, things started happening for him. I mean, Conlon was in this fight the whole way. He probably feels bad because he had him down and out a few times where I thought, man, Woods is going down. This is going to go down here. And Woods just had the heart of a lion. He stayed up off the canvas, and in the 10th, uh, he really put the pressure on him at the end of the 10th round. Going into the 11th, and that was a great round. The 11th round, he basically at the end of the round there was a kind of a bit of a controversy. Woods hit Conlon with a really stiff right, and it looked like it was a slip to me personally. It looked like he did get him, but he didn't get him with a full on, you know, hard punch. And he sort of was turning and he slipped on the canvas, and they did call it a knockdown. So in the 11th round, but you're gonna see when the 12th round showed up, Woods came out like it was the he knew his title was on the line. He had to win that 12th round, and man, did he ever! Right off the hop, he attacked Conlon. He threw multiple combinations, uppercuts, left hooks, right hooks. He pushed him up against the ropes, just started pummeling him hard, and eventually knocked him out, and Conlon ended up falling through the ropes into the crowd and onto the floor. And was, to me, when I saw it, it looked to me like the punch actually knocked him out cold. He didn't look like he had any of his faculties. I was actually a bit scared for Conlon right there. I thought, wow, this guy might have, like, he looked like he was seriously hurt. And he was seriously hurt. He ended up being hospitalized. uh, Apparently, the next day, he had some CAT scans done, and this and that, and this and that, and he's all right. Thank God, Michael Conlon. You that was an amazing match, buddy. Amazing fight, and I'm really happy that you're all right because I don't like to see anybody get hurt in the ring, hurt period at any time doing anything. So, but what a fight! I can see Conlon, like, there was nothing wrong with his with the way he fought that fight. So he has nothing to be ashamed of. At the end of the fight, it was kind of a scary moment, but again, I'm really happy that everything's going to be all right with him. So Woods end up retaining the title, and we're going to see what happens because that's another guy that's he's got a lot of guys after him now, and that wasn't his best display, I don't think, but it was a great fight. So if you get a chance, guys, check out that fight. Lee Woods and Michael Conlon was an amazing fight. So moving on, coming up this weekend, guys, boxing matches that I'll be looking at least the one that I really like. And I've been waiting for this guy for a couple of months. We've heard about this. They didn't know exactly who his opponent was going to be. We know that he really wanted to fight. It's this Saturday, March 19th, 2022, at the Gallon Center in Los Angeles. It's going to be live on DAZN. It's going to be from Dallas, Texas, Virgil Ortiz Jr. versus the British bomber Michael McKinson. That's McKinson for the WBO Global and International welterweight titles. Now, I had a show about a year ago, maybe a year and a few months ago, and I was looking at some of the big prospects coming up of the United States, my top five, and Virgil Ortiz Jr. was right in there. So Neil the Deal pulled it off. This kid is a fantastic fighter. I mean, when I was talking to him about him, sorry, I think he was 16-0. Now he's 18-0 with 18 knockouts. He's knocked out every opponent. I know that McKinson is no slouch. He's 21-0, but he only has two knockouts, so he doesn't have much knockout power. But most of his fights have been in England, in the UK. So I think this is a big step up for McKinson. Uh, Ortiz Jr. is looking like he's just gonna go to the top of the division at some point. He was prospect of the year in 2019. He won 7 national titles apparently. I mean, he's a real gem there, Ortiz Jr., and he's fighting this Saturday, so I'll be watching that. And that's the fight I think you guys would want to be checking out this weekend on DAZN, the 19th. So in that fight, I'm going to take Virgil Ortiz Jr. in that fight by knockout again. I'm going to take it in around the 7th round, 8th round, 7th, 8th round. And I'm thinking that he's going to wear him out real quick. And Ortiz Jr. is definitely one of those pound for pound guys. And he's very young. So he's one of those guys that we're going to see a lot going forward. And I'm really looking forward to his fight. So if you get a chance, get around the TV with the kids, the family, the friends, whoever you got. Call your buddies and let them know that there's a big fight on DAZN. And this kid can really throw him. Great undercard. And should be fun. So I want to thank you again for coming out here on a Tuesday night. Normally it would be Monday, but we're doing the Tuesday night boxing here at Talkin Fight. And I want to thank you again for coming out. Always get better, not bitter. We're going to be doing the Neil the Deal show tomorrow night. Thank God Major League Baseball figured out they have a new collective bargaining agreement for 5 years. So the Major League Baseball season is now on. And our Blue Jays are right up there at the top to win the World Series. I'm so excited. So hopefully we'll see you tomorrow night. The Neil the Deal Show, talkinfight.com. Again, thanks for the likes, the shares, and all the subscriptions, guys. Take care of yourselves. Stay warm, stay safe, and we'll see you tomorrow night. Take it easy. Major League Baseball with Neil the Deal. Take care.